Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 6 preview, and I'm pretty much making this video straight after I did the team list reaction because I wanted to keep a lot of that fresh in my mind before I had to look through my team and look at options. So yeah, I'm coming off that nice and fresh. Actually, before I get started, I keep forgetting to do this. I've been meaning to do this like in most of my videos, was ask you guys, because I see this a lot. Like I'll put up a video and usually I don't like, either I'll put up a video and then be going to work, or I'll be at work or something, and I'll see a lot of questions like after the fact. Like I miss a lot of questions that get put in the comments section just because I don't get a chance to like check the video for a while. So I thought, like, the most obvious one is, if you've got any questions, obviously put it in the comment section, and depending how many there are, if there's quite a few, I can do like a separate video for like a Q&A before lockout. I might do that. And also, just, you know, if there's not that many questions, I could just like have other like questions to do with certain questions, like another sort of alternative. So we could do like a Q&A video, or if there's only a few questions, I'll just answer them. But yeah, just to let guys know, because I'm sure it's annoying, like when you might see my video and like put a question in, and then I might not reply for like hours or like even a day. It's just the way it works. Like I'll be at work and I don't get a chance to sort of check on and answer questions. So I thought, do it like that. I'll get a list of the questions and do like a separate video or work around it. We'll see what we do. If it's just like, it could be like a short video, that's fine. Just a short little Q&A to sort of answer your guys' questions a little bit easier, because yeah, trying to like type out, like, also like a lot of the questions are very sort of, there's a lot of moving parts, so I like to actually talk through it rather than putting like a simple like yes or no answer to it. So thought, get that out of the way, because I've literally forgot every single time for the last couple of weeks to fucking say that. But there you go. Let's move into the action here. So I mean, we're doing shit, but I feel like we're still in like an okay spot to hopefully get a move. We got 350k in the bank almost. We got 4 boosts remaining. I'm 100% using a boost this week. I know I've said that like the last couple of weeks, and then I've reversed the boost and saved a trade. But we are definitely using a boost because there are a number of players I want to bring in. And yeah, I think the team's set up pretty well. So we'll do what we usually do. We'll go through position by position and sort of discuss future plans, and also if we're looking to move on. So dummy halves for now are fine. Like I've said it a few times now, I'm not opposed to moving Coruscant down to Brayley. So before we move on, let's have a quick look. So Coruscant break even 89. So, you know, probably more often than not, he's going to start losing a little bit of cash. It's not the worst thing in the world. He might go down to low 600s. That's fine. They take on the Dragons this week, and then it's the Panthers. So again, I'm not opposed to moving him out in round 7 for a cash influx. And then, like, there's a couple of factors here. One, I've said it before, I never really wanted to spend that much money in the dummy halves, especially when you can make money and just have some safe points, because I've got like good depth in the team that I'm sort of having to sit good players every week. Also, the fact that Coruscant, like, I feel like he's a certainty for Origin. Unless he's injured, I don't see how Coruscant doesn't make Origin. Also, the fact now Damien Cook has been dropped from the fucking Rabbitohs team, so like, I feel like Robson and Coruscant are like the front runners now for Origin. Maybe McInnes gets a spot over Robson if they want a bit of versatility, but I feel like Coruscant's the front runner. So I don't mind trading him out after this game against the Dragons. So if we look at the guy I'm looking at is definitely Jaden Brayley. So let's have a look. I'm pretty sure Brayley would have lost cash last week. I mean, let's just go highest price. Let's just have a look at how they've been going. So I mean, Harry Grant finally hit back with the 79. Marshall King's been going pretty well. He's averaging mid-60s. Fucking Reed Marnie is averaging high 60s. What is happening? Reed Marnie has turned into one of the premium dummy halves. You wouldn't believe it. I'm definitely not interested, but I mean, he's going well. Damien Cook has been dropped. Wade Egan. I mean, I was keen on Wade Egan, but he's to start the year. I'm obviously not going there now. Brandon Smith, I mean, he's just doing what he did last year. He's probably a little bit better, but he's that 50-point scorer. Like, it's just, for the price he is, it's just not really worth it. Jacob Little, yeah, he's been fine. Like, he had a good score in round 1, but he's just come back to the pack. Chris Randall, no. I mean, Mitch Kenny, what is he, 420k? Like, Mitch Kenny is like, you would think he would be better, but like, he just makes like 40 tackles and does nothing else for the rest of the game. He plays 80 minutes every week, but his scores are just, he actually started better this year because he got 55-58. Like, that's pretty rare for Kenny. Like, he started at 390,000, playing 80 minutes every week last week. Every week last year, then got 30, then 51. I mean, if he was a little bit cheaper, I wouldn't hate getting the money for him because, again, like, he's a safe 40 to 50, and he's had his bye now. He plays 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then he misses 16 but has the backup. So he'd be a really safe, just like, backup option that if you need in a pinch, but probably not worth it now at 430. Going down the list, Joey Lussick he's coming back down. He's coming back down. He just scored 38. It's not the worst, but he's not looking great. Connor Watson, oh man, Connor Watson, he's got the 5'8" spot, but unfortunately, man, if there was any sort of certainty he would have that for a few weeks, I'd be tempted, but the Roosters have screwed me too much already this year, so we're not going to do it. Danny Levi is still making good coin. If I can keep scoring tries. Okay, so yeah, Brayley's down at 300,000 basically now. He scored 37 in all base. He's got a break even of 37. What did he play? He played 60 minutes. I'm happy. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm happy to watch him this week. I'm very happy to watch him this week. If he honestly, if he's... If he plays this week and still only plays 60 minutes, will I want to bring him in? Debatable. I don't know. I'll decide. But you're going to get like 300k for the trade. Hopefully the minutes increase. He looks... honestly, the Knights look a lot better with him at dummy half than Crossland. Crossland... his passing is dog shit. Like, he was really good for them last year, but his service from dummy half is not good. Brayley is definitely better in that regards. It doesn't necessarily mean better points, but hopefully he can jag a few. They play 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They miss 12, which is fine. And then they play 13, 14, 15, miss 16. It's a bit of a tough run here, but that's fine. They take on the Dogs. I don't know. I don't hate it. Definitely don't mind it. Yeah, so it's a watch. For me, it's a watch next week. If Coruscant's minutes are reduced still, if he's not goal kicking, and if Brayley can just get a few more minutes, if he can just increase a bit more from 61 to maybe 65, high 60s, I'll be tempted. I'll be very tempted to downgrade and get that cash just for, safekeeping. And I don't hate it. I don't know. People might think that's ridiculous, but we'll see. It might not work out that way, but we'll see. The front rows, Terrell May, he's fine. Liam Henry is on a bye. Farmer Silly he's not starting. He's on the bench. Sam Hughes is on the bench. I mean, at the moment, I'm running Terrell May and Sam Hughes. I don't love it. I don't love it. Oh, fuck. It's so... Like, I was... Honestly, at this point, I was definitely looking at trading out Henry. I could probably just get, like, Henry up to current wouldn't be the worst. Like, it wouldn't be that difficult. Like, he's 340k, Henry. He's done a great job, but he's got a -1 in his break-even now, or in his rolling average. His break-even is now 52. With Fisher Harris back, and, like, the problem with the Panthers is that their forward pack, I mean, Isaiah Yeo plays Origin, but the rest of their, like, front rowers don't. So it's not like Liam Henry's going to get, like, more minutes over Origin necessarily. So he's made 100k, but he can lose that pretty quickly. So, again, you don't have to trade him out this week because you're going to buy. But the problem for me is that fucking Farmer Silly now is on the bench. And he's going to have like he's going to lose money too. He's got a 57 break even. Oh, God. Or has he only played one game or two? I don't remember. And then Sam Hughes. Honestly, I don't hate having to play Sam Hughes as my second front row forward. It's more the fact that I got Farmer Silly now stinking up the bench. Yeah, because ideally, I'd probably just trade out Liam Henry either this week or probably just wait till next week to somebody a little bit better, and then have him as my second front row forward, and then Hughes would be a backup, and then if Farmer Silly wasn't playing, that'd be ideal. But because he is, I don't know. Like, I feel like Liam Henry is still the trade out because he's going to lose cash. Like, I do feel like he's going to start losing cash, but I don't know. He could come back, still get his 40 to 50 points, and he could be a safe play. So, I don't know. I'm undecided now what to do with the front row. That's just sort of fuck getting knocked out and getting -1. Fuck, dude, just the worst. Like, it's just so annoying. Now, back row, so Pierce Paul is good. Sean Lane, I mean, honestly, Lane is looking not great, but I'm happy to keep him for now. Like, there's more pressing issues. It's fine. Beau Fermor, I mean, I'm very happy you got the 71 for sure. I'm still not overly convinced with Fermor, but I mean, he's going to make money. He's a solid enough play every week. Like, typically he's still good for 40 to 50 in base, and he's got some good speed, so he does have some attack in him when he wants to. Morgan Smithies, obviously with Horsburgh being out, he's got a second win there. Benny Trebojevic, I mean, yeah, I don't hate that he's playing centre this week, and he's still going to make some good money. Tupanua's got to go. He's got to go. If he wasn't on the bench and he was just out of the team, then obviously we wouldn't have had to trade him out, but he's on the bench. He's fucking got to go, and I'm going to love getting rid of him. There's some options. This is the thing. There is so, like, I mean, let's just have a quick look. So Tupanua, obviously, Joe Chan is still not back. If Chan was named, obviously we'd probably just go Joe Chan for the cheapie. He's going to make good cash. But the fact Chan is not back, I wouldn't mind bringing in a guy that I actually want to play. So if we look, Fafita, he's too expensive. Obviously, what's his break even actually? He scored 81, 112. He could hit that so easily. He's looking, I know people are criticizing him, but I mean, he hasn't had any preseason. His work rate has been very good, and he's just the best back row in Supercoach. There's no doubt. Like, he's just come back and he scored like 55 in 50 minutes, and then he's gone 81 in 80 minutes. Like, the man is a monster. But I think, yeah, if you had a couple of luxury trades, I actually think going early on Fafita could be a masterstroke, and it could give you like a huge boost on people. But yeah, I can't do it. Hopgood, no. Nikora, no. Olakawatu, obviously tempting, but like, again, I mean, it's round 6. Origin is still a good ways away, but I do think at this point of the season, if you're tossing up between a couple of players, I mean, just go with the guy that's not going to be playing Origin. And I gotta be honest, I would be shocked if Olukwatu doesn't get a spot in that 17 for the Blues. As a Queenslander, I will hope he doesn't, because he's very good and very dangerous, but I'll be shocked if he doesn't. Paddy Carrigan, no. Jackson Ford, I mean, I'm not keen on Ford, but he's killing it. Ali Katoa is the man that I am very keen on. He's only gone up 25k. I mean, I was sort of hoping he would lose a little bit of cash with a tough early draw, but yeah, with that 110, it's definitely helped him out, and he's gone pretty well. Like, yeah, I mean, look at the scores, dude. 66 against Penrith, 63, 57, and then he could show what he just shows what he can do. Like, with him and Hughes, that combo is just so deadly. I want to bring him in. They had their bye. He plays 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He doesn't play 13, which is a bit annoying, but he then plays 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Misses 19, but he has such a good run apart from 13. I mean, Katoa is just, he's just so good. He's just so good. I think Katoa, for me, is the best target. We'll have a quick look. I mean, Kalmatangi hasn't been good. Cameron Murray, no, definitely not. Anyone else of interest? I mean, Hosking, he's already gone up 100k. He's got the starting spot back, but no, you wouldn't get him now, obviously. Anyone else of interest? I mean, there is one other guy we'll have a look at when we go down the list here. There's no one else apart from one other guy. I mean, Viliama Kikau is actually going pretty well. Going down. I mean, Josh Curran, I completely forgot about Josh Curran, if I'm honest. He's obviously got the dual tour front row forward status. What's his break even like, though? Because he's going fine. Break even of 42. It is annoying that he's got the edge spot, because I can see him getting a try in this week or the next couple of weeks and getting a little bit out of control with the price. Like, I would like to bring him in this week, but I also don't think he's like that must have. I don't know. I wouldn't, like, obviously I would like him in my front row, but I don't know. He's not that. He's fine. Like 52, 76, 52, 54, 60. They take on the Storm this week. Should be a tough one. I don't know. I if I can, I would much rather go Ali Katoa than go Curran this week. But I do want him in the front row. But then again, like, before I forget, I just want to look at the front rowers. What is, like, Tarpany priced at? Oh, god damn it. What's the easiest way to do this? You know what? Do this. Okay. Yeah, Tarpany's still 600k. Because I mean... Stefano's killing it. I mean, I wouldn't mind... I mean, Tarpany's going to lose money again. Like, his break-even's 55. He must have had a decent score in here somewhere. 72, I guess. He's been... I don't know. Maybe you would rather Curran than Tarpany then for the similar price, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I would rather get Katoa this week. I think Katoa is definitely a better play and a better trade in this week. But it's just a matter of, do you just forego Curran at that point? I don't know. I'm undecided. But then the other guy who is of interest, get rid of the front row status. The other guy of interest, so yeah, Curran, I mean, he's 520. Dylan Lucas, we won't talk about him too much. You'd obviously get him in the centre wing if you were going to. I'm not going to take that risk because I can't use that many trades to trade him in and then trade him back out again if Rozelle is back in a few weeks. Going down the list, not too much else, but there is one guy that I think we're all pretty keen on. I mean, even Sean Bloor is he's tempting, but you don't have to get him this week. Like his break even, it's 33. But again, I'm just a little concerned. Like Chan could come back in for Bloor at any point, so I wouldn't risk Bloor yet. Angus Crichton is the other guy that very, very tempting. He's got a 24 break even. Who do they take on? Knights, Storm, Dragons, Bronx. He does play round 13. I think you gotta wait. Like I can't fucking have another Rooster screw me up because Tupanua is on the bench, and obviously last week they had to start Tupanua because Butcher was out. With Tupanua on the bench, does he take Crichton's minutes or does he take Butcher's minutes? I don't know. So I think you just need to like you could take the risk and go early on Crichton. He could be great. Like he is a Supercoach gun. He's looking good. But if he's playing 60 minutes and Tupanua comes on, oh my God, I would lose it. I would fucking lose my mind if I brought in Crichton and another Roosters player stuffed me. So I can't do it. I just couldn't do it. If next week he's still playing 80, honestly, yeah, you could trade. I've got Firmo, I got Sean Lane. There's options there to go to old mate. Also, the other guy we're going to look at, Cleese Haas. Okay, so he's just 2RF, isn't he? Okay, he's 400k, just second row forward, which is, I mean, fair enough. He is a second row forward. Yeah, I wouldn't go him. Like he played 51 minutes. Yeah, I mean, he played 80 and 80 on the edge and didn't score well. Nah, okay, I'm not keen on Cleese anymore. I think Katoa is the guy I want. You know what? I am just going to get Katoa in. Like, in my mind, he is the trade in this week. Fuck, I'll bring him in. Like, he stuffed me up last year too. I had him in, and then he had that eye issue and stuffed me around. Fuck, if he cops a knock after I bring him in this week, this season's just, it's just cursed. And again, I'm bringing in a guy who's just gone 100. It's backfired every week, but I think Katoa is just an absolute gun. He's an absolute gun. The Storm have a good draw coming up as well. So yeah, I want to do this just so I can see sort of what I can do with the money left. So it does take a bit of cash out. We only got 70k in the bank now, which, but it's definitely a good upgrade. That's for sure. Then moving on. So obviously Brooks and Hines, that's fine. We do want Cleary back. Probably. I mean, you don't have to get Cleary back straight away. I mean, yeah, he could come back against the Tigers and go 200. It could happen, but you don't have to tear up your team to get Cleary back instantly. And he's not guaranteed to come back yet either. Like, it was a hamstring injury, so they're not. They can flare up again. So I'm not that concerned yet about getting Cleary back as soon as possible. Like, I would like to if I could, but yeah. And there's definitely again, like I said, if I'm gonna go like Coruscant down to like Brayley next week, then I'd have enough cash to get him in. So it's fine. We don't have to have like a big amount in the kitty this week necessarily. It's fine. But yeah, Hines, Brooks, fine. Strange, I mean, it's beautiful this week because they take on the Titans. The one guy that I was very keen on, Tamari Martin, I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, if we could swing Strange down to center wing, trade out Dom Young for Tamari Martin. But you don't have to. This week, Tamari Martin, it's only his second game, so I can wait on Martin to bring him in. I still think that's a pretty good play. I think he's a good option because he's never been like necessary. You know what? Let's have a quick squiz. Let's have a quick squiz at Tamari Martin. It's a little bit I feel like his stats over the last few years are going to be a little bit skewed, just because he's never, like, a lot of times, like, he finds himself in and out of teams. But if we go down, where is he? So yeah, 363. I thought he was actually like 300. He's a little bit more expensive than I thought, but that's fine. So he scored 98. I mean, he had a great game. Like, he scored a really nice try. He was very involved. He's got a negative 25 break even, and he's got, you know, that was his only first game, so it's fine. The other factor is that the Warriors have a really good draw coming up. Like, they take on Manly this week, which it could be good or bad. Then they take on the Dragons, Titans, Newcastle, Roosters, Penrith, tough obviously, but then Dolphins. They miss round 13, which is it's annoying because it would have been lovely to have like a Martin and the Warriors playing that first bye with like a full strength team, but not to be. But let's have a look. I mean, I just want to have a quick gander. I mean, obviously he didn't play much last year. His price is pretty low. He started the year, you know, he's got the ceiling in him. And I mean, again, this Warriors team is better. Like, he missed a really good chunk of the season. So yeah, he actually started, like 400k, 2022. Yeah, he didn't play. Played a few 80-minute games. Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell. It's a bit all over the shop, but I definitely don't mind it. I can definitely see myself bringing in Martin next week if he looks good again, because that draw's really good. And I could get Ethan Strange down to center wing and bring Martin into 5'8", which I think Strange in the center wing just strengthens it even more. So I think that's pretty good. It's not like a must-do trade, because he's not going to be a keeper long term, so you don't have to do it. But if there are a couple of good options coming up next week. Obviously, with Kale Iro potentially looking likely to get the spot, so I do want to start saving some trades. But there just seems to every time it seems to be a good cheapie that pops up, and also a fucking issue with my team that I need to fix. So maybe tomorrow Martin is a bit of a luxury one that we don't end up doing, but we'll see. Then the center wing, so obviously Holmes, Tavashek, Taylor May is on a bye. Talangi is gone. Gagai is gone. It's fine. Dom Young, he's got to go. And so I talked about it. James Schiller, I think you've got to bring in Schiller. I think you've got to bring Schiller in. I think you do. Like, it doesn't really matter who I trade for him, but I think James Schiller is the guy to bring in this week. Like, he could be a Talangi and a Jacob Gagai and be out of the team next week, but like, where is he? 240k. He's got like a negative 100 break even. He's going to make so much cash. They take on the Titans this week, so it's a good matchup for him. Yeah, and also another guy to keep on the watch list is Chevy Stewart as well. But I think, it could come back to bite you, but he will make money this week. So I think you just go Schiller. I think you just go Schiller. I don't see why. I don't see why you wouldn't, honestly. I think that's just the play. Now, the thing we have to decide, we're going to use a boost. Obviously, a backline player I would love. Actually, can we even afford, we're going to use it. Activate it. Can we even afford to get in? Because if I trade out Gagai, we might not actually afford who I want. Oh, not quite. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. That is a bit of a shame. We can't quite afford Joey Manu. Oh, he's playing fullback too. 39 break even. They take on Newcastle. Okay, that's throwing a bit of a spanner in the works. So I thought I would be able to afford him. If we traded out to Lungy, I could. But, like, surely you hold to Lungy in the chance that he comes back into the team, right? Because the thing with this, right, like, I would love to bring in Manu, don't get me wrong, but it does now give us, like, a perfect chance just to bring in Josh Curran. And actually, okay, so we can either, we get rid of Henry or Farmasili. You probably get rid of Farmasili, because Henry, at least, he's not playing this week. He is more valuable, but, like, I mean, yeah, he could still score like 40 next week. I don't hate just giving him another week. His break even is not like 100. He's not going to lose a bunch. So I think you hold Henry. The extra 100k is nice, but I think you just got to get rid of Farmasili. He's an absolute dud, and I think the time is right for Josh Curran. And it still leaves us 200k in the bank. I don't hate it. I really wanted to bring in Manu, but honestly, like, I've chased the upside a few times and it's come back to bite me. I wouldn't mind just having a bit more safety. Yeah, I think this is the way to do it. Again, we could trade out Talangi for Manu. And don't get me wrong, Manu he is a better pickup than Josh Curran, for sure. Like, he's playing fullback. I think Manu's going to be great for the buys and stuff. But, yeah, he's not like, he doesn't have a negative break even. He's got like a 40-odd break even. Obviously, if he goes 100 again, he's going to make a bunch of cash. But, like, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We can definitely pick up Manu at a later date. I don't think it's a must-have. Yeah, I think that's fine. The back line is a little weak at the moment. Obviously, we have to play Bostock and James Schiller. Obviously, I was going to play Schiller anyway. I mean, they're taking on the Titans. Yeah, you have to play him, don't you? You have to. And then Bostock. I don't love playing Bostock, but he could be a very handy loop option, because we'll probably we actually got some good vice captain options. Actually, yeah, I don't hate this, even though we haven't really had it. Fucking all of our vice captains have stunk, but if we can just nail one of these, oh baby. So I don't mind that. Okay, so at the moment I'm pretty content. Let's have a look at the 17. So obviously Sam Hughes goes out for Josh Curran. I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, even like if we don't have to get Katoa. We could go someone a little cheaper and do this, but I think the time is right for Katoa, honestly. So yeah, I'm not gonna second guess it too much. Like, fuck, everything's gone wrong as is, so who cares? Everything's gonna continue to go wrong whichever way we do. So yeah, Katoa, Pierce Paul, Sean Lane. Who are they versing? Cowboys. Yeah, I like Sean Lane. The Cowboys defensively aren't great. I mean, we'll start Hines, obviously. Ethan Strange will definitely play, without doubt. Holmes, Tulvashek, Bostock, Schiller, Pappenhausen, Ponga. And then our bench will be... yeah, fullback. Take it off May. Brooks is taking on the Warriors. I don't know. Maybe just play Smithies for the safety. Yeah, should play big minutes. Of course, when I play him, he's going to get like 40 points, but oh well, what are you going to do? Yeah, I think Smithies, a fullback, Coruscant and Fermor. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't hate it. The only annoying thing with this is that Fermor and Smithies play the last game of the round, and if one of them like gets ruled out, we're just completely stuffed. So maybe you don't. Even Apicorosia plays in the second last game, and if he did have that bloody niggle early, so I don't know. I might take like a safety first approach and play like a Brooks or even a bench Boyovich in the centers. I don't hate for a bit of upside against the Warriors. I don't think it's the worst. Yeah, we'll decide. We'll decide. But yeah, it's still a strong 17, all things considered, with no backline options. And before we get to captaincy options, so yeah, the future plan. What are we looking at? So Kale Iro as a cheapie next week. Again, if he gets the spot, like, you've got to bring him in, and we can do a lot. I mean, we could end up downgrading Taylor May, but we'll probably just sideways like a gag guy potentially for him. Tamari Martin is obviously a potential pickup, but probably not. Yeah, probably the more I think about it, probably not with Tamari Martin. I do like the draw and everything, but I think there's more pressing issues. So Kale Iro, depending on job security, and then potentially Api Coruscant down to Brayley, depending on minutes and role. Yeah. We're probably not going to use a boost. The more I look at it, I probably do like the Coruscant down, because having that cash will be nice. Oh, we do have 200k in the bank still, so that's fine. And then trying to get another gun center winger in the coming weeks would be good as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good, all things considered. I do like that we have a more solid front row option now. Yeah, and also Curran is dual, so we can swing him around if need be. So let's have a look at captain, vice captain. So there are some good ones. Newcastle Roosters, obviously Kalen Ponga, or if you have Joey Manu is a definitely nice option. Fuck, I'm still so dude, I'm so keen on Manu though. Oh fuck, I don't know. I don't know. I could see myself reversing that and going Talangi out for Manu. Just because, like, I still think having more money in your centre wing is more valuable than having it in your front row forward. And, like, Sam Hughes could come out and go well. Like, he could. So I could see myself swinging, but I don't know. We'll see. It's also nice having 200k in the bank though as well. So we gotta factor that in. But yeah, obviously Manu and Kalen Ponga, great vice captain, and then Melbourne Doggies. I mean Papenhuyzen. For me, Ponga. It's an understrength Roosters team. But I think, you know what, the fact that I brought Papenhuyzen in, I think I've got to go the vice captaincy on Papenhuyzen and just hope that he can have a big game against the Doggies. Also very understrength. And then honestly, captaincy, it's Nico Hines. It's Nico Hines every day of the week. Like, I mean, he might not absolutely go ballistic, but they're taking on that Rabbitohs team is looking a little shaky. So I think Hines is your best captaincy this week, and Papenhuyzen. And like I said, also I guess the fact that not getting Manu in, it does let me have basically a free loop, because if Papenhuyzen go massive, then I don't hate dropping Bostock, because I'm not that keen to play Bostock against the Broncos, honestly. So if we drop Bostock, take the loop, and then, I mean, we got some pretty, like, probably Sam Hughes is going to be our lowest scorer, or even Bostock could be our lowest scorer anyway. So, yeah, I do like this. I do like it. I would have loved to have got in Joey Manu, but it is what it is. I think the team is pretty good. The back line is a little scuffed at the moment, but, I mean, yeah. I mean, Taylor May's on a bye, so obviously we do have another good centre wing option. Who has the bye next week? Who is it? Oh, God. Is it Titans? No. I can never... Dude, I wish it just showed the fucking buys. You know what? I'm not going to... I don't care. Whoever it is, I know we don't have too many players from, like, any one team, so it's fine. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Like I said at the start of the video, drop me your questions in the comment section, and I'll do like a separate video, a little Q&A, answering them and whatnot. But at the moment, I'm pretty keen. Again, I could see myself shifting, taking our current and going with Manu just for that upside, because I do love some upside, and surely at one point it's going to pay off for us. And I do like Manu is a better play for the long term. Curran is very solid, and he's a very good front row forward option, but like you don't have to get him this week again. Like that's the thing with Curran. But again, it leaves our front row forward really scuffed if we don't end up doing that. So there's good and bads for both. It's just, yeah, fuck. We'll see. But regardless, hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.